In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a titration of an acid with a known concentration of sodium hydroxide. Here is my solid acid, and I'm going to first transfer that into an Erlenmeyer flask. Because titrations are so precise, we want to make sure that we transfer all of the solid, and so you can use a wash bottle filled with distilled water to rinse the solid into the flask. And then to give it a little more volume, we can add a little bit more water, maybe 20 milliliters or so, and give that a swirl. Next, I'm going to get my burette ready. I can attach it to a ring stand using a burette clamp. And these pieces of glassware are so tall, so it's difficult to pour on top of the bench top. What I'd recommend is to bring it down onto a chair so that you're able to pour more at eye level. So add your funnel, and then with the stopcock in the horizontal position or closed, add some sodium hydroxide solution. So the burette may actually have some residual water in it when you first get it, and so you first need to rinse that out. So first just add a small portion of sodium hydroxide, maybe 10 milliliters or so, and use that as a rinse. So I would rinse it out through the stopcock, and then turn it over and rinse it out the top while swirling so that you can rinse the sides. So now any residual liquid that's in there should be very similar concentration to the original solution. So with the burette again closed and using the funnel, now we can fill it up. So add the sodium hydroxide solution to near the top. And you do want to pay attention too, because if you're not watching, you can pretty easily overflow the burette. So just watch while you're pouring. So fill it to near the top, and if you do happen to go above the 0 mark where there aren't markings on it, then you want to make sure that you drain that out. So if you did go over, then use a waste beaker and drain some of the liquid out so that the initial volume is somewhere between the 0 and 1 mil mark, something like that. And then give it a good look and record the initial volume. The burette is now ready to go, so we are ready to start the titration. So I'll next get my acidic solution and put that underneath, and we're going to be looking for the endpoint to be a light pink color, which is hard to see against a black background, so it's nice to put a white piece of paper or something underneath. What I just added right there were a few drops of phenolphthalein indicator, and this is going to turn that light pink color when the titration is over. So now I'm starting the titration. I'm starting to add sodium hydroxide to the solution. And if you don't know when the endpoint is supposed to happen, you have to do this slowly. But I fortunately know the approximate volume that I'm expecting, and I know that it's going to take quite a lot of liquid, so I am just streaming it in and adding a lot of sodium hydroxide at one time. When you do add a lot of sodium hydroxide, you're going to start seeing that pink color showing up. That's good. So that means that the phenolphthalein is present, and what we're looking for is the end point is going to be when that pink color stays. So when I swirl it and it doesn't go away, it stays there for 10-20 seconds or so, a very light pink color. So that's what we're shooting for. And so you're going to add the sodium hydroxide in portions until it looks like that pink color is staying a lot longer. And when you have added a lot of sodium hydroxide, you probably are getting a lot of splatter on the sides too. So every once in a while you want to rinse the sides of the flask and rinse off the stopcock tip just to make sure that all the reagents are mixed together. At some point you might even just get a drip system going where you're adding it, drops at a time with swirling. And what you're really looking for is that pink color to be lasting a lot longer. So you add a drop or two and then it's like staying. And it's not quite doing that right now. But there, so like you notice how that pink color like stayed a lot longer? That means that you might be getting a little closer to the endpoint. So at that point, then you wouldn't want to have like a drip system. You'd want to just like add, you know, 1 drop, swirl it, rinse it, another drop, one at a time. Because that means you're getting close to the endpoint. Oh, look at that. So you see how that pink color really is staying? That means that you're quite close. And actually it faded a bit, so I think we want to add 1 extra drop. So we're going to add the tiniest extra drop, 1 more, and I bet we're there. Even a portion of a drop. Ah, look at that. So the pink color is staying and it's very light, and so that's the end point. You then want to record the volume as your final volume, record that in your notebook.